begin, I just wanted to say a couple different things. First of all, if this is your first yoga class, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so grateful you decided to join and begin this beautiful practice. If this isn't your first yoga class, I'm so grateful that you're coming back to your mat and revisiting that state of peace and grounding that we find with yoga. And so my intention for hosting this class was to bring more peace and grounding into the lives of those who'd like to practice with me. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice this morning, whether that is peace, grounding, more love, more connection, as you lay here, I invite you to sink into the present moment. Feel your body connected to the earth. Feel all the areas between the body and the ground and everything that's connecting. One to the other. I invite you to go inside within. Observe your thoughts. Feel sensations deeply. Welcome to everyone who just joined as well. Honor emotions that might come up. Without judging yourself. Notice the breath, the subtle rise and fall of the belly. So often we're in this mode of autopilot that we barely even remember that we're breathing. And how much blessing there is in each breath. Acknowledging any thoughts or sensations that might come up. Accept yourself in this moment and realize you are enough. Breathe slowly, soften with ease. If Ujjayi Pranayama is in your practice, feel free to begin doing so. It's an inhale through the nose and an exhale through the nose, and on the exhale, there's a slight constriction of the throat so as to cultivate a bit of an ocean sound. Allow the breath to become louder than the thoughts. And whenever you're ready, on our next inhale, we'll go ahead and bring the knees in towards the chest. Give that a squeeze, and maybe you rock left and right, massaging the lower back. Feeling the way the back meets the earth. And on our next inhale, we'll go ahead and extend that left leg. Inhale, send the right leg towards the sky, as if you're going to place your foot on the ceiling. And then I invite you to bring in some ankle circles into the right ankle, making sure to take those circles in both directions. And maybe the motion travels down through the leg, and you bring in some hip circles into the body. And now these circles can be as big or as small as you'd like, finding your most comfortable range of motion. Remembering that this is your practice and no one else's. Honoring your body and doing things that feel right for you. We'll go ahead and place that left foot on the mat. Stack the right ankle over the left knee. And you can stay here if this is absolutely enough, or perhaps you inhale and bring both legs into the chest. Give that a squeeze and exhale. Allow the legs to relax down. Inhale and exhaling. One more breath. And we'll go ahead and cross the right leg all the way over the left, like you're crossing your legs. If it feels okay, maybe you take the right foot and bind it around the left leg. Inhaling here, on the exhale, we'll drop our knees over to the left, trying to keep both shoulders on the ground. And if it feels okay, maybe you look over your right shoulder. Twisting, allowing the twist to come from the spine. And not necessarily the hips. On our next inhale, we'll take it back to center, uncross that right leg, and windshield wiper your knees left and right. Resetting the spine, resetting the hips. And we'll inhale, bring both knees into the chest. And exhale, extend that right leg towards the mat. Left leg comes towards the sky. Ankle circles in that left foot. Maybe pointing and flexing the left foot. And eventually maybe it travels down through the hip. Imagining that our knee is a paintbrush and we're drawing big circles on a canvas above us. And then take those circles in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Planting that right foot on the ground, we'll stack the left ankle over the right knee. Again, staying here if this pigeon pose is enough for you, or perhaps on your next inhale, we'll bring the legs in towards the chest, give that a squeeze. Relaxing down on each exhale. Breathing. Allowing the left hip to soften with each exhale. And then we'll stack the left leg over the right. Again, crossing our legs, maybe hooking the left foot around the right ankle. Staying here or maybe dropping out to the right. Bringing the knees towards the right side. Trying to keep both shoulders on the mat and maybe gazing over the left shoulder. I know my back loves to crack in this pose. It feels really good to relax here and lengthen. On our next inhale, take the legs back to center, uncrossing, and we can windshield wipe the knees left and right once again. We'll bring the knees in towards the chest on our next inhale, and we can rock back and forth, massaging the back, and eventually maybe those rocks take up all the way up to a seated, and we find the seated pose. Sitting up nice and tall, reaching the crown of the head up towards the sky. Perhaps taking a moment to remember our intention for this practice. What feeling are we cultivating within ourselves, within our body, within our mind? Breathing that into existence. On our next inhale, take our arms up overhead, maybe looking up. And on the exhale, place our hands right in front of us and walk the palms out. Maybe keeping these spider fingers, lifting the palms off the ground, keeping the fingers on the mat. Lowering our chest as close as we can get it towards the earth. Feeling the sensation in the shoulders. And on our next inhale, we'll walk the palms right underneath our shoulders. Bring our knees underneath our hips. And coming into this tabletop pose. Crown of the head is reaching forward. We'll take an inhale, drop the belly, lift the crown up towards the sky, pushing the ground away. This cow pose, inhale. And exhale, we'll round the spine, cat pose. Taking the belly button up towards the sky. Inhale, come into cow. Exhale, rounding into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And you can flow through these cat cows a few more times on your own breath, inviting any organic movements into the body. Whether that means taking the hips left and right, maybe shaking the neck, inviting some circles. You can bring the hips back towards your heels or up towards your fingertips. Again, any organic movement that feels natural, that feels right to you this morning in your body. Figuring out where your body is this morning and how does it feel. Notice any sensations that might be sticking out to you. And we'll flow for 2 more breaths on our own. And whenever you're ready, we'll meet back in this tabletop pose, lengthening the spine. We'll take a deep inhale and tuck our toes. Exhale, we'll send the hips high, coming into down dog. And if this is your first down dog of the day, perhaps you bend opposite knees, sending one heel towards the mat and then the other. Walking the dog. Bringing the chest closer and closer towards the thighs. It's okay if your heels don't quite reach the mat. But just knowing that is what we're working towards. And on our next inhale, we'll lift the heels, bend the knees. Allow the knees to come to a hover over the mat. Taking a full breath here, inhaling. And exhale, we'll take the hips high. Lower the heels down towards the earth. Good. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees a lot and send the hips over to the left. Lowering towards the mat. Inhale, center. Exhale, dropping towards the right. Feeling the sensation, stretch in the side body. We'll inhale back to center. One more time, exhale, left, drop the hips. Inhale, center. Exhale, dropping towards the right. Good. Inhale, center. And exhale, finding comfort in that down dog. This is supposed to be a resting pose. And if at any point it doesn't quite feel like a resting pose, you can always come down onto your knees back into that tabletop. Breathing here, we'll take an inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees and step towards those fingertips. Inhale, we'll come to a half lift. Exhale and fold the spine, waterfalls out of the hips. Grabbing opposite elbows, we'll come into ragdoll. And maybe shaking left and right. Breathing any tension out of our spine. Relaxing our shoulders and our neck. Releasing the arms whenever you're ready. We'll take another inhale, come to a half lift. And on the exhale, plant the hands underneath the feet if you can reach. Or maybe just grabbing on to the shins. But you can bend your knees a lot to make this happen. And just placing the hands under the feet. And maybe you wiggle your toes and give yourself a little bit of a wrist massage. This is called gorilla pose. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Releasing whenever you're ready. And on our next inhale, we'll come up 1 vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. Inhale, take those arms up overhead, maybe a slight back bend. And exhale, bring those hands towards heart center. Feeling the feet rooted in towards the earth. Feel the strength and power of this mountain pose. And on our next inhale, we'll take the arms up overhead once again. And with the breath, we'll take the arms left and right, tick-tocking the arms side to side. Inhale, standing back bend. Notice if and how the breath is compromised here. And we'll exhale, bring the hands towards heart center. Taking the feet about hip-width distance apart. We'll interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, open up the chest, activate the heart chakra. And exhale, lowering and folding. You can bring the arms behind your body, giving the shoulders a bit of a stretch. Allowing yourself to relax. Relax into this pose. Finding that sweet spot between effort and ease. One more breath. And then we'll inhale, come all the way up to standing, palms overhead. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we come to a half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. We'll send the feet back, coming into this plank pose. And you can lower on down to your knees if you'd like. Otherwise, keeping them lifted. Inhale. And exhale, keeping the elbows in, we'll come to a hover. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, taking it to down dog. We're here for 3 breaths, so make this your own. Make it comfortable. Make it peaceful. Make this a shape that you enjoy. One more breath. And on our next inhale, we'll lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Look between the hands and step or hop towards your fingertips. Inhale, coming to a half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands at heart center. We'll begin our sun salutation A. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the feet back, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathing. Now we'll bring that left foot into the center of the mat. Inhale, lift that right leg high for a 3-legged dog. And maybe you bend the knee here, again inviting some ankle circles or hip circles into the body. Staying here if it feels good, or if you feel ready to flip the dog, that right foot can always come down towards the earth. Giving yourself a stretch on that right side body. Another inhale. And exhale, go ahead and unflip if you've decided to do so. Inhale, extend that right leg high. Exhale, place the foot between the hands. Lowering that left knee down towards the earth. We'll inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Maybe a slight back bend here. Dropping the left hip down. Another inhale. Exhale, place the hands between the foot. Lift that left knee off the mat. Extend the right leg back and lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down. Bringing that right foot in the center of your mat this time. We'll inhale, lift the left leg high. Extending. Exhale, you can bend the knee. Invite some ankle circles or hip circles. Maybe flipping the dog if you're ready and it feels good for you. Lengthening, extending. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, go ahead and unflip, extend that left leg. Inhale. Exhale, place the foot between the hands. Dropping the right knee down, runner's lunge. We'll inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Maybe interlacing the hands, inviting a back bend. Exhale, framing that left foot with the hands, lifting the right knee off the ground, and extending the left leg back. Again, you can always drop down onto your knees if you'd like. Otherwise, coming down all the way onto the belly. Inhale, come to this baby cobra pose. Exhale, we'll lower the chin all the way down. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. See if you can barely put any weight in your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. In. X. 1 more. Your own breath. Beautiful. We'll push through the earth, bringing our hips up and towards our heels, coming into a child's pose. Remembering that this pose is accessible to you at any point during your practice. It's beautiful resting pose. One more breath. And whenever you're ready, we will push back into our down dog. Again, the chest towards the thighs. Activating the hamstrings. The gaze is somewhere between the thighs or all the way to the belly button. We'll take an inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, step or hop towards the fingertips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, coming into a chair pose. Dropping the hips low, taking a peek at the toes, making sure that you can see them. Breathing here, inhaling, and exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the feet back, and we'll lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Again, we'll inhale, lift that right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, place the foot between the hands. Inhale, we rise all the way up to a warrior one. That back foot is at a 45-degree angle. The right knee is stacked over the right ankle. We'll inhale, extending our spine and our crown up towards the sky. Exhale, opening up to a warrior two. Gazes over that right middle finger. Breathing. Checking in with that back arm, making sure it hasn't dropped. And on our next inhale, we'll turn our palms up towards the sky. Take our arms up overhead and straighten that right leg. Exhale, bending the knee, coming back to a warrior two. Inhale, arms up, right leg straightens. Exhale, teeing out the arm, right knee bends. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale. One more time, we'll inhale. Exhale, coming back to a warrior two. Inhale, reach that right arm forward as if you're going to grab something. And then exhale, bring that right hand towards the ground or the right elbow towards the knee, whichever one feels best. And the gaze comes up to the left hand if possible and accessible and comfortable for you. Breathing. On our next inhale, we'll take our left arm and reach towards the front of our mat. And then exhale, bring that left hand down. Take a really deep bend in the right knee. Maybe bring those left toes off the mat. See if you can keep the right heel planted towards the earth. Another inhale, sinking, relaxing. And on the exhale, we'll lift our hips once again, place our left hand on the mat. Inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky. Remember, you can always drop down onto your left knee if you'd like a little bit less. Another inhale. Exhale, we'll go ahead and plant that right hand, extend the right leg back and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good, breathing here. Noticing maybe any differences between the legs. Finding a second to reground. To remember our intention, to connect back to our breath. Remembering the breath is the whole purpose behind yoga. As long as you're breathing, you're doing it right. Bring our right foot down, and on our next inhale, we'll extend the left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, place the foot between the hands. Dropping the right heel towards the earth, we'll inhale up towards a warrior one. Again, checking in that our left ankle is stacked underneath our left knee. Our right foot's at a 45-degree angle, and our arms are reaching long up towards the sky. We'll inhale, endless warrior one. And exhale, teeing out our arms to warrior two. The right foot is now pointing towards the long edge of the mat. The left ankle still over, under the left knee. Checking in with that back arm. And on our next inhale, we'll take our arms up towards the sky, straighten that left leg. Exhale, taking out the arms. Inhale, taking the arms up towards the sky, straightening the left knee. Exhale, teeing out the arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left knee bends, teeing out the arm. Inhaling, exhaling. Good, flowing with your own breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, two more. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, just for a bonus. Inhale and exhale, teeing out the arms. Gaze over that left middle finger. We'll inhale, reach that left arm forward. And exhale, cartwheel the arms, left hand down, right arm up. Gaze is at the right fingertips. You can always bring your left elbow towards your left knee. That might be more comfortable for you. Remembering there's no right or wrong, as long as it feels good. Another inhale. And exhale. We'll bring that right arm down. Take a really deep bend in the left knee this time. Seeing if we can keep our left knee bent and our left heel on the mat. Maybe the right toes come up. Breathing here. And on our next inhale, we'll take the hips high. Plant that right hand down. Inhale, reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. Gaze is at that left hand. You can always drop the right knee down if you need to, if you'd like to. Another inhale. And exhale. We'll go ahead and drop that left hand down. Send the right leg back and lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, and we'll tee the arms out here. Bringing the chin towards the ground. We'll bring our left hand in towards our chest, bending the elbow. And on our next breath, we'll roll over onto right side body. Stretching out the right shoulder, we can bend the left knee and place it behind us for a little bit more support. Feeling and observing the sensation in that right shoulder. Inhale. And exhale, we'll extend that left arm out this time as we come back onto our bellies. Bring our right hand in towards our chest and exhale over onto left side body. Again, maybe the right foot plants behind that left leg. Rolling over onto the left shoulder. Breathing through any tightness, any sensations at all. And on our next inhale, we'll come back towards the belly, bringing both hands in towards the chest, pushing through tabletop pose, and sending the hips over the heels into child's pose. And whenever you're ready, we'll push back through down dog. Inhale, lifts the heels. Exhale, bends the knees, step or hop towards the fingertips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come back into that chair pose. Exhale, bring the hands towards heart center. We'll set up for our standing balance here. So spreading the toes wide, we'll get really grounded in that right leg. Beginning to send weight over to the right side. Maybe finding a drishti or a non-moving object that you can focus your breath and your gaze at. And we'll begin placing our left foot maybe on our right ankle. And this counts as tree pose. You can stay here. Or perhaps that left foot comes towards the shin. Maybe up towards the thigh. Skipping the knee. And so that left foot can be anywhere on the right leg except on the knee. The arms can be by side body. And maybe you bring them in towards the heart. Breathing. That right leg is grounded in towards the earth. It is the roots to your tree. Beautiful. We'll inhale, bring the left knee in towards the chest. And exhale, extend that left leg down and roll out the right ankle. Making sure to take the ankle in both directions. And then setting up on the other side. We'll spread the left toes this time, get really heavy in that left leg. And bring the right foot in towards the ankle, the shin, or the thigh. Again, finding that drishti, a non-moving object. Hands can be at heart center, Or perhaps you take them overhead, playing around with the gaze for a bit more of a balanced challenge. Focusing in on the breath. Another inhale. Stay for the exhale. We'll inhale, bring that left knee in towards the chest. Give that a squeeze. And exhale, we'll lower the left leg down. Rolling out the opposite ankle. Making sure you did both sides. I might have switched up the left and right cue. So coming up to the top of your mat, wherever you are. Regrounding, breathing. We'll take an inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale and lower. Inhale, coming to up dog, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. We'll send the feet back. Our last chaturanga, lowering. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. We'll bring the right ankle over towards the left wrist, setting up for our pigeon pose. Ideally, the shin is parallel with the short edge of your mat. If you're toppling over to one side, you can always bring the right heel in closer towards the left hip. Breathing. Staying here, or if you'd like on your next exhale, you can fold over that right leg. Keeping in touch with the breath, staying conscious of a continuous relaxation in the hip. Breathing. Sending a reminder towards your hips of how much you love them, even though they might feel really tight right now. On our next inhale, we'll come back onto the palms. Push through the hands, send the right leg back, and bring the left ankle towards the right wrist. We'll inhale, lift the chest. And on the exhale, you can stay here. Perhaps you fold over the left leg. Again, you can always bring the left heel closer towards the right hip if you're toppling over to one side. Maybe bringing the right cheek onto the mat if that feels good. Allowing constant relaxation. See if you can relax a little bit deeper into this pose. Notice how it feels to relax. Observe. On our next inhale, we'll push through the hands. Send all the weight over onto left side body and swing the right leg around. Placing both feet on the mat, bringing hips closer to the heels. We'll lower onto our backs. Bringing the heels in close towards the tail. And on our next inhale, we'll lift the hips up towards the sky. Maybe interlacing the fingers behind the back. Allowing for more space, we invite this gentle back bend into the body. Trying to relax the glutes here. Releasing any tension. We'll come to an inhale for our fullest expression. And on the exhale, we'll lower onto our backs. Inhale, bring the knees in towards the chest. And exhale, maybe coming into a happy baby, grabbing the outside of the feet. You can rock left and right. Another inhale here, maybe giving yourself a big squeeze, a big hug. And on the exhale, we'll extend the legs long. Extend the arms towards the earth. Breathing, relaxing. Palms can face up towards the sky for a bit more of a receiving feel. Or down towards the earth for a bit more of a grounding sensation. You can put one hand over the heart and the other hand over the belly. Just whatever feels good. And I invite you to repeat after me, either internally or out loud, if no one can hear you anyway. I am a radiant being to this world. I hold an abundance of love. I radiate kindness over the entire world. I am blessed. May you be happy. May you be at ease. May you be free from danger. May you be loved. Shavasana. And whenever you're ready, again, inviting movement back into the fingertips and the toe tips. Maybe allowing breath to deepen, perhaps shaking the neck left and right. Taking a deep inhale and bringing the knees in close towards the chest. And on the exhale, rolling over onto your favorite side body in the fetal position. And once we're here, cultivating a sense of gratitude, either for yourself or a loved one, maybe for your practice. Taking a breath to really send that gratitude out. And let it pass on an exhale. Allow that high hand to push you up into a seated position. No rush to get there. Sitting up nice and tall. Maybe closing the eyes if it feels good. Taking a deep inhale, circle sweep the arms up overhead. And on our slowest exhale yet, we'll brush the thumbs by the forehead, reminding ourselves to think kind thoughts. Brushing past the lips, we remind ourselves to speak kind words. And ending at heart center, we remind ourselves to stay open and loving towards all things around us. May the long-time sun shine upon you and enlighten you all. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste to you all. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning. It was my honor to guide you through this healing practice. I'm so grateful that you are sharing your practice with me. Thank you all so much.